Uh, but OBS toggle. The sound is good. Now, forward view and my rear view camera set up. I think that put it on now. Let's wait for it. Or the audio look. Ooh, that's way too high. but hopefully that's a little better. Not as loud. Just getting warmed up before we head into the 10 Races Pen. Today we are heading to the Southside coastline where we are going to be racing in and around the grade. Now, stage 4 is absolutely brutal. I watched Titanium Ben's video from this morning, and that was scary. You basically go up the grade a little over halfway. It ends just after you start segment 5. And so it is going to be interesting to see whether or not I'm able to actually perform well on that stage. The rest of them are flat sprint stages, so those will be a little bit better for me. But the actual stage 4 is going to be brutal. I guess I should enable chat so I can see it. Spent time last week adjusting OBS so that way I can have this stuff open. Set it, basically have it as a scene so that way I can just select the scene and then get things going. But since I have some of this stuff being presented in thoughts, like the chat and the redeemables, then I got to constantly remind myself to open and close those, so that way I get to see them on screen. Now, once again, this week I'm in the 510 to 700 pen, which is quite a difficult pen to be in. And I feel like I'm at the bottom of that category. Even though my Zwift racing score is still in the upper 5, like 556, I think is where it's at, somewhere around there. And so, not a bad spot, but when you're racing guys who are much stronger, it definitely teaches you to be humble. Very cool. And that 4th stage is really where you're going to see those. The guys that are in the 700s, upper 600s, you'll see them shine because those are usually the lighter riders, the stronger riders. So that's going to be more of a consistent effort, harder effort to manage. But for someone like me, who I hope to do well on the sprints portions, I will end up hopefully have enough in reserve. It's still fine. Maybe I'll set a new 5-minute record, 5-minute PR. We'll see. We'll see if I can manage that. Every time I go up the grade, I always aim to set a 5-minute PR, but I just don't quite have the legs to stay over 4.0 for 5 minutes. Thanks, Chris. I'm definitely going to be feeling the pain today. I got to get a good warm up in. You know, I left myself less time than usual to warm up because I was trying to fiddle with. You notice on the top right, I don't have my map showing. I have a rear view camera set up, and so what I did was have a second laptop with a third account. The Soft takes its own account. So I have a third Zwift account. It's basically fan view in my account. And so it can add what my rear view looks like in game. And the benefit of that is I have a second, essentially a second monitor where I can see people coming up behind me. Yo, what's up, JD? It is hot. Already 80 degrees, 81 in my garage. And the day hasn't even really started. And so days like today, I feel like there's never enough cooling to keep me running smooth. Force sensors paired to the phone. Even paired to the laptop. Man, I missed one day. Took a day off yesterday from riding, and I'm already down at 95%. Dude, if you can jump into my pen and then pace me up that climb, so I know you'll do great. That'll be fantastic. Watching Ben's race this morning was very like he's always been strong, and I know he put out a video recently about being just about 50 and developing his redeveloping his strength, and so watching his race this morning, like man, he effortlessly, not effortlessly, he put in some effort, but on the first three stages, he did, I think, top 20, top 10 in the first three stages, which goes to show how great of a racer he is and how strong he is. Because while you can be a good racer and draft well, but if you're not strong enough to stay with the draft, then you're just going to drop. And so that's usually my issue, is trying to stay strong enough to keep up with everybody. And so I decided to take the day off yesterday. I was going to race, but at 6 o'clock for the 610 Z Racing Series, there was only 2 people signed up for the pen. And so, and I know like usually a lot of people jump in a few minutes before the start of the race. But if there's only 2 people that pre-signed up before the start of the race, you can basically expect low numbers. And for me, that's kind of frustrating, because having bigger numbers really helps with GC, because you get more people pushing off the front. The speed goes a lot higher. And so, yeah, exactly. And so I was kind of like, I could do a workout, but I really want to race, because I want to see how I do on the Titans Grove with that category, with the higher end category. But just decided to take the night off, because racing at 6 p.m. and then coming in about less than 18 hours later, right? Yeah, it's 12 hours will be 6 a.m. And so right around 16 2-ish hours later. It was hard on the legs. It'll definitely be hurting right now, but my legs feel pretty good. All right, got 4 minutes. Gotta jump into the pen. Well, at 6 kilometers, I'll jump into the pen. The only bad part about having a second Zwift, a second Zwift account running in your home at the same time is making sure the companion app is logged into the right account. Because I don't know the shortcut keys for like finding riders or anything like that. I usually just click on the rider in the list, or I will search it up in companion app. All right, 6.1. All right. Specialized. Now, I don't exactly remember what wheels Ben was riding, but I know he wasn't riding the disc. And I think that could have benefited him had he have ridden the disc wheels. Time lifter. Oh. Okay, there we go. Main view. And then change my camera to camera 6. Rear facing. All right. So hopefully this works out. Again, on the top right, you guys should see my rear view facing camera. Now, one thing I did notice earlier is that it would, if you stay idle long enough, it'll actually switch to a different person. And so hopefully that doesn't happen, at least within the next couple of minutes. I should be able to keep track of that because I do have the screen off to my right. But once I get rolling, I will have to deal with it after the break in between stages, which these stages are a little bit longer, with the first 3 being around 6 to 7 kilometers each. And that means, depending on the pace, we might not actually have a lot of rest time in between, which is always nerve-wracking because that is the key to these races, is having enough time in between stages where you can make a difference. So on Thursday, I tried something a little bit different. But I feel like I have my nutrition and hydration routine when it comes to racing. Like I finally feel like I have a grip on when and what I need to do to stay hydrated for the race and have ample energy for the race. But Thursday I decided to add taking a pre-workout for the race because there's a compound in most pre-workouts that helps with basically blunting the pain you feel in your legs, which is not lactic acid. Humans don't produce lactic acid. We produce lactate, which is a secondary step to the lactate fermentation process. And so basically what happens is when you convert ATP into energy, you get hydrogen. When you convert phosphorus into energy, it drops a hydrogen molecule. That hydrogen molecule gets picked up by pyruvate. Pyruvate creates lactate. And you get basically an anaerobic form of energy. Well, that hydrogen ion, if you can't clear it fast enough, then you end up with acidosis. And so this compound is supposed to help blunt the acidosis. Okay. H wound, a lot of the usuals. I guess people must have seen what stage 4 looks like, because this is probably the lowest amount of watts I think I've done in the first 2 minutes of any tiny race. Now, for those of you racing GRL, this route should look familiar because we just did it for the TTT. Nice stars and stripes for whoever that is, Team USA Cycling. Always cool to see those jerseys, any of the real world team jerseys. I don't see a check mark next to anybody's name. And so it might be someone that did a group ride with them and got the jersey that way. I was trying to get out of the saddle for those little 1-2%. So I can use my calves to rake through the pedal stroke, get a little extra speed. If not, those little percents slow you down big time. You're not watching it. Hi, baby. Hold on, memes. Ooh, wrong timing, buddy. No. Not the right time to use your arrow because we don't get another one. Ben learned that this morning the hard way. Wait, what the? Someone doing a U-turn? How? There's that little roundabout there that will U-turn you for the, I think the next round we use that. That would suck, man, to detour. Hopefully it's just a visual thing for us and not for them. You know, last time I did this sprint for a race, I timed it very, very poorly. I'm sorry, not a race, a group ride. You guys let me know if there's a lag in the stream. My computer's struggling a bit. And if that rear view mode is hurting me. I don't want to have issues with weird watt values because my computer is trying to keep up with everything. Way back here, man. All right, I'm not gonna waste my effort. I let myself fall too far back.
You can do it!
Thanks, Shady. Yeah, man. I let myself go too far back off the front. So it's that second hill that got me last time. Because again, you hit that hill and then so you hit 700 meters to go. You roll up for like 3%, comes down. Now, ideally, that valley in between both humps is a great place to launch. But when I did that last time, I got onto that second hump, which is again like 2-3%, and I stalled out. I ended up going from like 95 RPM down to like 40, and I lost so much momentum trying to push through the 95 or the 2%, 3% that I ended up hurting my legs a bit and couldn't complete the finish, or couldn't finish the sprint. And so looks like I'm gonna have to hit this course again and practice that sprint, because I had 2 other sprints to help make a difference in my overall positioning. Last week I got 18th place overall because of that sprint finish win that I got. That was in like top 10. Even though I was in the 40s every other time. And so that was a bad mistake on my part. I'll tell you, course I'm prepared for, or at least better be prepared for, is the Tuesday CRL race. Let me change this playlist. Tuesday CRL. I feel like I'm prepared for sprint wise. 2 good sprints. I think like a 200, 250 meter, and a 350 meter. But leading up to the sprints, for the bridge sprint, the boardwalk, whatever it is, there's just enough of a hill to make people kind of stall and wait to sprint. And so if you pick up enough speed, be able to fly over that, you should do well. So we'll see. And then the seaside sprint, basically flat all the way to it. There's a little bit of a riser prior to, but not enough. Not close enough to stall the group out, so it'll be a faster sprint for sure. Now this one, we go down, take the U-turn, come back, and then end at the base of the grade, right where the church building is at. So this one should be a little bit better sprint finish if I stay with the group, because we U-turn right in the middle of the fast wash sprint. So the group will take a hit going up that hill. 30 seconds. We'll see. Not too late. You guys are going to be watching somebody else race in the rear view. For a second, I thought that seagull was someone parachuting. So check. A check. I think it's a Team USA rider. Well, he's glowing blue, so I might already follow him.
I'm toast.
Yep. Thanks, Thomas. I don't know if you're racing today or not, but if you are, good luck to you as well. Okay, enjoy that. I'm not looking forward to stage 4. But Eric Schleck does a great job of making these rides just enticing enough with a lot of pain and as the cherry on top. You get lulled into a sense of, I can do this. And it's like, oh yeah, there's that one stage. So the people off the front, wow. All right. I know. We hit our weekly goals again. And we're going to do this every single race. All right. Loaded myself a little too far up the front. I use it now because the ending is not that difficult. And so like we're not climbing that far. Let's save it for then. If I remember correctly, in the roundabout, Ben hit like 200 meters to go. Thanks, man. You're talking to me or Thomas or anybody racing. For a second, I thought I saw Peter's name next to the SRT. Okay. You're not already in the Discord. Get into the Discord. Say hello. Yeah, race 4 is slow murder. That's for sure. It is so hot. I'm already at 101 degrees body temp, which I feel like is my normal operating temperature. Like 100, 101. I feel like that's where my juices flow the best. But I'm feeling it today. I like the stats. I wish I could get it without the device. Apple needs to open that up.
I'm tired. All right, cool. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. I don't want to go any further than I have to. Oh my God. Oh, thanks, man. That that last kilometer, 900 meters, everybody started picking up speed real quick. Oh my God. So far I got it all wrong. There's Zwift Insider. No, I didn't. We got the right location for where we finished. No! What's wrong with you, Avatar? Don't you know this is the new velodrome? Just go around here. Keep circling. Keep circling. Ah. Vent. Oh, we're not going into the leave event thing. Oh, good. We just jumped from event to event. Go back to screen view myself. And change my camera angle to rear facing. All right. Hopefully, triangle with this. Hopefully that's working out. Actually, let's stick with rear because help me with the final sprint. Not too much, but far by myself. And the rear face would work a lot better. How much time do I got? 2 minutes, man. Oh my God. See, this is the hard part about these stages is the time in between. Not enough time to really get the heart rate down a lot. So now we go to the Acropolis sprint. So we go out, hang left, keep going. Which admittedly is not my favorite direction. Pick that up after. Because I end up that once we make that left, there's a little bit of a riser, and that riser ends up slowing me down a bit. All right. Not a bad idea. Wow, look at that line up front. Someone on a super sexy bike.
I will motivate you, Private Pile!
Oh no! Sorry to hear that, Steph. Ah. People forget we only get one power up. Thanks, Paul. Eugene here to motivate me, man. You were not going to let me catch you in that last race. Oh, someone's pushing. Right. Now's where things start to speed up. As you can see. I know, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Edwin. Ah. Fuck. Ah. That hurt. I dropped to 15. Thanks, man. About 6 minutes. Thank God. A little more time to rest. So, the only reason why I'm going with the 4.5 Pros is timing wise, they're about the same as the lightweights. Only 0.9 seconds of a difference, I believe. Oh. But the arrow, though, is going to come in handy, at least on this first part. And so we go up, across the halfway, and then by the time we start segment 5, we are within a kilometer at that, maybe a few hundred meters. Oh my God. Oh. Ever stretch your forehead and it feels so good? You just want to like an animal, just that's how I felt right now. Glasses? Not that I need them. All right. Let's show up. Wait for this to show up on fan viewing. Back to myself. But you'll see on this one, most likely, not that many people behind me. All right. Actually, do helicopter view. Oh my God, my legs feel heavy. That sprint, man, that last sprint. Wow. Legs feel heavy. One thing I wish I could figure out is why you look at my sprints, I'm hitting higher RPMs, but even at my highest gear, my sprinting is not my max wattage. So I'm concerned. Maybe that's why I'm not hitting max wattage. I'm an idiot. All right, that makes more sense now. At least I'm in the climbing gears. I'll be impressed if I get out of gear 1. All right, almost there. Tighten these guys up. Now, some of you may or may not remember this, but a couple weeks ago I was sprinting, and it happened to me numerous times where my left cleat pulled out of place. Well, thanks to Miss Randy Races, check her out on Twitch every morning, right around 6:30 8:30-ish Eastern time. You'll see her doing a workout or racing or whatever events she does. But she's usually working out in the mornings on Twitch. So she was like, hey, why don't you tighten up your cleats, like on the pedal? I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'll look into it. And sure enough, there's a little screw. But if you want to tighten the tension on your clip, so I have Shimano SPDs, but they're basically the same as the look pedals, just a different label. But so they basically have like a little claw that grabs on. Well, the tensioner screw gives you the ability to clamp that down a little more. And since then, my foot hasn't unclipped. Yeah, man. Oh, Steven's in this. Cool. Thanks, buddy. Good luck to you too as well. I'll hit you up in the chat because my phone is logged in under a different account right now, so I can't reply back. But good luck to you. He's another good racer. If you haven't checked out his channel, Bike Bonk Bit. He does a lot of recons for the Z Racing series for TRL. Good stuff. Good stuff. So me. I need to get I do have a spare phone that I can use to log in my companion app to different accounts. So I'll have that available next time. All right, here we go. Let's see how fast the pen starts out. Oh, they're moving. Now, I guarantee there's a lot of people on the Athos and lightweight wheels or the other lighter wheels. I expected it to not be as hard going out the pen, but still went out fast. See how far I can get pulled. Stay behind. I guess the grade doesn't have a good helicopter view. Come on, Leech. And Jones. And set it to the train. Nice. Thanks, man. Ah, come on. U-turn. Ah, that was terrible. I did good though. I will pat myself on the back for that. Because I didn't fight to, I didn't blow myself up trying to stay in the front. 'Cause- But to be able to take back a few places at the top of the first half, where it gets the hardest, I'm happy with that. Again, if you look at my HSI, only at 101, which is That's the power of these, 4 or 5 minute breaks in between Zwift events. Your body can cool down a bit, just like you got a good amount of airflow. But man, that was brutal. I could have stayed on my SL8, but I need the elevation for my APOS in case an event like this comes up again. And I get it upgraded. Man. Well, hopefully that rear view setup worked well, and the stream wasn't laggy or glitchy. Uh, no. Why are we going back? Why are we going back? I want to go back. Oh my God. Okay. And my lights have decided to up its brightness on its own. Lights going crazy. I don't know if you guys can see it flickering or brightening and dimming, but it's a rectangle light that really works really well, but it no longer goes up to 100%. So it idles at like 70, and then it'll brighten up to 100 on its own and then go back to 70, even though the dial is all the way up. But man, it's pulling the legs down right now. Let's see. Oh, for sure. Pull it up and check it out. Got my legs. Actually, I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm finding something. I want to verify first. Yes. Let's scroll one down a smidge, no big deal.
It's Zwift. Oof. Okay. There it goes. I'm gonna do something stupid. If you want to hang out, feel free to hang out. I am going to the Z Racing series. So one of the things that I've been working on is seeing if I can go 2 races back to back, or 2 actual races back to back. I'll go to 6 kilometers. And so most races I do are about half hour to an hour. 10 races obviously being an hour long. I usually do a warm up, so half hour. And then if I'm trying to up my heat training, I'll do another half hour or 20 minutes or so riding without the fans on just to keep myself warm. But today I'm going to go into a second race. And so it'll basically be a race number 3. And so I will be back and change bikes. I'm already on the ENVE wheels. And change bikes. I'm going to go. Sure, I got the right bike. Specialized. Okay. I'm going to go down some more honey. And then grab another bottle of water. And be back to it. Okay. All right. All right.
Let's see. Let's check the chat. All right. Let's see how I do now. I'm sufficiently tired out. Greetings from Wisconsin. Some of the best cheese in the world. Well, some of the best cheese in the United States. I'm not going to say the world. I'm a huge fan of French cheeses and Mediterranean cheeses. Specifically, favorite cheese, Parmesan or Reggiano. If you're ever looking for a pop quiz type question, I can eat Parmesan, like actual Parmesan from the brick all day long. It's so good. I love the little crunchy bits from the aging process. All right, so this is the rolling with ENVE 610 to 510 to 650 group. This is going to go well if I can't even speak correctly. But I need to test myself out. One of the questions that I've been looking to answer for myself is whether or not I'm just a Zwift racer or can I actually compete in longer events. And what I mean by Zwift racer is I mean race the like Z Racing Series 1 hour events, sub 1 hour events and nothing else. I don't really ride outside. My goal is to ride outside, but a lot of intersections where I live. I live in the suburbia where the community I live in is kind of small as a whole. And so it's like any direction you turn, you're right out into main roads and like big main roads, three lane, large intersections with, many lights, that type of scenario. So there's a gravel track near where I live. That's basically a levee that shores up the Everglades. And so I could ride the levee, but it is gravel. And while I have ridden it many times before, it is, I've not ridden it more than I've done I think 10 miles at the longest on the levee because it is bumpy with a regular standard road bike. Even with my tires lightly deflated, it still hurts on the midsection, on the hands, pelvis. And so eventually I do want to get a gravel bike to actually ride there comfortably, or more comfortably than my road bike. Plus it's the area that I live at, it's 25 miles for just one square of the levee. And there's probably hundreds of miles that connect to it. And so it's a good system if you like that kind of riding. I just don't get out there enough. So I'm trying to build my endurance up beyond the 1 hour racing. So that's why I am here. Let me switch the music. And most of you guys are used to not seeing me still going at this time. But I appreciate you if you're here. What do we want to listen to? Pop music? No. The Careless Whisper. But the Seether version of it. If you've not heard the Seether version of Careless Whisper, you are missing out. What a beautiful rendition of that song. All right. 510 to 650. My racing score just went down. Not by much, by a few points. That top 20 finish on that sprint stage, or two top 20, I think 2 14th place finishes, helped me keep my score from falling too dramatically. Ooh, Z-Sun. They are in the Indigo division. They are number 1 right now. Yeah, I'm racing again, dude. Thanks for shouting out on stage 4. Hope you did well. Stage 4 is not my stage. Not my kind of stage. Oh no, I'm getting dropped already. Okay. Yeah, a little crazy. Oh my God, that hurts. That hurt. No. Right now, I just want to stay with the group. Yeah, they did. What the? Somebody have a ghost? That front bike just appeared. Am I right? Oh, come on. Okay, true. True. Come on. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. Ah, no, I like this course, in spite of my current performance. That's the whole point of this was to push my performance boundaries. See if I can keep my performance at, or stay at my like zone beyond an hour, whatever I'm trying to say. Prolong my performance for more than an hour. There we go. Words. All right. Let's see how much time I can make up on that climb. Right now, my PR for this time is like 150. Thanks, man. Let me get yours on there. It's cool to see the links there for the different channels. Oh, was it? Oh, wow. I like doing the tiny races. Ah, it is. You would think it would have been enough today. That pre-workout, man. Holy smokes. Still has me a bit buzzing. Now we'll be paying for this for sure. Wow. That's the plan. But with these rollers, they kind of mess with the timing. Mostly once we get onto the desert descent where I'm at. My legs are killing me. Oh my god. Let's see if I can really set a PR. Let's see if this doesn't mess me up. Oh. Ah, damn. Missed it by a second. Ah, missed it by a second. Oh, my best PR. Ah. So I beat my PR by 3 seconds. But I missed the jersey by a full second. Man, I'm happy with that. Considering that's the reason why I blew my power up early, because I wanted it to be all me. I didn't want it to be me plus the power up. Oh man. Uh, oh my God. I'm definitely resting tomorrow. All right. Let me get up to 20 kilometers. Ah. Ugh. Hate that my trainer does this. It like stalls and then it takes a few seconds to register. I check back in. Oh, for sure getting some steak today. I just gotta grill it up. Have a check steak in the refrigerator waiting for me. Yeah, man. Thanks for keeping an eye on me on this race. This was not easy after that, after the 10 races. Boy, oh boy, that hurt. But for those of you who stuck with me this long, I appreciate you. And for those of you who might check in on me later, check in on the stream, appreciate you. Do all that good YouTube stuff. Check out Steven's channel. I'll go back in and update the description so you can check in with him. Thanks, Camille. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. Dude, this was like, I think with some minor tweaks, I could probably get my hydration and nutrition to push me a little bit further. But basically, after we got out of Titans Grove and like got out of Titans Grove into the coastline, I was feeling good, but I felt like I was heading towards a cliff energy-wise. I felt good, and then all of a sudden, I was like, my legs at 3.0 were so hard to turn over. And so I gotta work on that. But hey, racing for an hour and a half, I think it's pretty good for me. Put some breaks in between, obviously, but I think that's pretty good. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. I'm gonna stop the stream here. Oh, my legs. And go cry my legs to sleep and grow. So, cheers. Oh, my legs. Cheers, guys. Thanks, man. Have a great weekend. And I will catch you guys on the next race. Cheers, guys.